The infinite power of your mind. My sister broke her wrist a few months ago and, although she is still in pain and has nowhere near full use of her wrist, both the surgeon and the physical therapist are telling her not to expect much more improvement. After talking with her by phone, I wrote her a note to further encourage her and help her remember her power. With a few edits, here is that email. This is a wonderful opportunity to remind yourself of your power. You are the physical embodiment of Source with access to the energy that creates worlds. If you put your mind to it, there is nothing you cannot do. Abraham jokes that they really like it when the doctors give up on someone because then they're often inspired to look inside and find their own power. I know you're frustrated and exhausted, so it's easy to feel powerless and to believe you can't have the outcome you desire. I am here to remind you that it is up to you how this turns out. No one else gets to decide if you have a full recovery or not. Only you. You may have heard stories of people who have employed the power of the mind to reverse blindness, dissolve tumors or survive terminal illness. Here are two examples of people using the power of their minds to regain full mobility after trauma. Eudiaris Morris Goodman, aka the Miracle Man. Paralyzed as a result of a plane crash, his neck broken, his spinal cord crushed and every major muscle in his body destroyed, Morris could not move except to blink his eyes. No one expected him to survive. No one, that is, except Morris. All he had was his mind, and that turned out to be all he needed. He refused to allow anything to come into his mind that would distract him from his vision of walking out of the hospital. He not only survived but regained his health and went on to become an inspiring motivational speaker. Eudiaris' chiropractor Joe Dispenza is another remarkable example. Joe, as he puts it, had the privilege of getting run over by a truck in a triathlon and being told he would never walk again. Completely immobilized, he willed his body to heal. Refusing surgery, he remained convinced that the power that made the body, heals the body. For 2 hours a day, he created a picture in his mind of having a healthy, healed spine. Amazingly, after only 11 weeks, he was back in his office seeing patients. We think of these people as miraculous because hardly anyone knows they have access to this infinite power. And even fewer actually access their power and focus their mind toward the outcome they desire. Someday this will be mainstream, but that doesn't make it any less doable today. Each one of us gets to direct this power toward our own desires. This is how we consciously create our own reality. What is required is that you make up your mind and not let anyone talk you out of it. Yes, you will get tired, and yes, you will get discouraged on your journey, but you will rest and get up the next day with renewed determination and focus. It really is up to you. If you want it enough, you can do it. I have 100% confidence in your ability to do this if you decide it is important enough. One caveat: you may be guided to make surprising changes to your life in the process, but if you are aligned with your inner being, you will know these changes are right for you. I wrote these words to encourage my sister, and, in so doing, article submission, I also inspired myself to more consistently focus the energy that creates worlds toward my desires, big and small, and to not settle for less than I desire. Perhaps you will be encouraged and inspired as well. Thanks for watching.